We can't move in till they cover the back.
If I can't get back by 10, should I phone?
No phone. I'll sweat it out.
But suppose I have trouble.
Hold it right there! We can't wait, let's move in. Martin, this is the police, come on out!
This one's dead, Lieutenant.
Which one is it, Martin or Hughes?
Either one. This one's much younger.
I may get a report that says it was all over before you even got there.
If you don't, just write a busy one. Howard Brent, used car salesman, shot and killed. No previous arrests. They still in there with Mrs. Brent?
Uh-huh.
You never saw either of those two men before?
I never saw them before.
Your husband ever mentioned them?
Never.
These men are escaped convicts, Mrs. Brent. They're wanted for robbery and murder.
What do they have to do with me? What do they have to do with my husband?
Well, that's what we're trying to establish, Mrs. Brent. If we could just find out the reason why your husband was there.
There's nothing to find out. Nothing. He wasn't mixed up with anyone like that, I know. He was just a car salesman.
But he was with Peter Martin, a known killer. Now, what was he doing there, Mrs. Brent?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll have someone drive you home, Mrs. Brent.
Lieutenant Riker, I'd like to know who killed my husband.
It was more than one.
Then tell me all their names.
Now, what good will that do, Mrs. Brent?
I want a name. I want... You.
He was just one of the officers at the scene, Mrs. Brent.
He was a good, quiet man. Why did you kill him? What's going to happen to us now?
It's time to go home, Mrs. Brent. Webster, could you see that Mrs. Brent gets home, please?
Sure.
Danko, snap out of it. Walk away from whatever is bothering you, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets.
What if he was only there to sell a used car, Lieutenant?
But then why did he slam the door in our face?
Maybe he was scared.
Maybe he was involved.
Maybe. Maybe. What's she gonna do now?
Same thing that happens to us. She goes on living.
Hi, sweetheart.
Baby.
Hello. You okay?
Yeah. Oh, I just had one rough night.
How about a drink?
Yeah, I was scotch.
You want to talk about it?
It's just really strange to try and put it into words. I think I killed a man tonight.
What happened? Mike, did anybody else get hurt?
No.
That's good. I guess most of all, I'm glad that you're all right.
Tell me something. What would you have done if it had been me that got hurt or even killed?
I don't know. And I hope I never find out.
Because I'm Minnie's wife tonight. I just don't think she's going to be able to handle it. She couldn't understand the reason why. I can't understand the reason why. As far as we know, there was no reason for him to be there. He had no connection with the people we were after. And he died in that gunfight.
Mike.
She's got a kid, 3 years old. I looked at her tonight, and she's so scared.
I'm scared sometimes, too. I guess we're all scared.
Mrs. Brand, could I speak to you for a moment, please?
No.
It won't take very long.
Couldn't they send anyone else?
Okay, here it goes.
I answered all those questions before to the detectives. We were having dinner last night and the phone rang. It was for Howard. When he hung up, he told me he had to go see a customer.
Did he tell you the name of the customer?
He might have, I don't remember. It was time for Howie to go to sleep, and it wasn't unusual for my husband to... Look, I don't want to go through all of this again. I told the same things to the detectives. Can't you get together or borrow their notes or something? I'm fed up with all of you.
Look, Mrs. Brent, I didn't come here to add to your trouble or your grief. The real reason I came was to tell you how very sorry I am about the whole thing.
Yes, I think you are.
What's his name?
His name's Howard.
Hi, Howie.
Hi.
He's a good-looking boy.
Everybody says he looks like his father.
I know there's nothing I can do or say that will make up for what happened last night.
Why only you?
I beg your pardon?
In the lieutenant's office and now. You're the only one who seems to feel sorry about what happened.
That's not true. We all felt very badly about what...
You feel more than that. Why? Are you more responsible than the others?
No, not that I know of.
Then what are you doing here? What do you want from me?
I wanted to tell you how sorry I was, and I guess ask for your forgiveness.
Sure, I forgive you. At least that makes one of us feel better. Goodbye.
On the desk, Danko. So long.
I was hoping I could talk to you, Lieutenant.
Oh, really? I thought you just wanted to come in and make sure I was getting a balanced diet. I'm busy, Danko. I want to get rid of this paperwork. I want to do that so badly, I wasn't going to take time out for lunch.
It'll only take a minute.
Well, that's all I was going to devote to the sandwich. Would you mind sharing it with me? The minute, not the sandwich.
I went by to see Mrs. Brent today, see if I could pick up any leads.
If my recollection serves me correctly, that job belongs to the detective squad. You have another job.
She needs emergency welfare funds, Lieutenant, for herself and her kid.
She applied for it.
Yeah, I tried to help her. Do you know how many forms there are to fill out? How long she's going to have to wait for that money? I just thought maybe you could help. You must know somebody that could cut through that red tape for her.
I probably do. Danko. Feelings of remorse are understandable. Now, your effectiveness on the job is what you get paid for. Why don't you turn this Brent affair over to the people who get paid to handle it, and you take care of your own job. Here. Gonna change the subject on you. I just received the ballistics report on the shooting last night.
Well?
According to the autopsy report, either one of two bullets could have killed him. And one of them was a .32.
Well, we all had our service revolvers. 38. All except Pete Martin. Sure, it could have been Pete. He was firing in the dark just like we were.
Ballistics checked that bullet against the one they took out of the guard that Martin killed when he robbed the bank. They matched perfectly.
You said there were two bullets. Whose was the second?
Yours, Danko.
Who is it? It's Pete. What are you doing here? Huh?
Where else would I be?
Well, now, according to the TV, you got every cop in this town looking for you.
What did the news say?
That they went there after us. I wasn't there, you got away, and some dude named Brent was burned.
How'd they know where to go, Joey?
Are you kidding? You didn't see him grab out when we were running away after the heist. After you shot that guy. Listen, I told you that bum was gonna talk. I said he's gonna buy himself a deal. Well, he did. What a mess. Here. And who's this Brent character they're all yelling about?
He was gonna get me a clean car. One we wouldn't get stopped in.
That's what we need now. Clean set of wheels. We gotta get out of this town, Pete.
I'm not ready to leave just yet.
Are you nuts? Huh? We've used our time up here, Pete. We have to get out. You got friends in Chicago? That's where we should be right now, in Chicago, not hanging around here.
Few details that have to be looked into yet.
Details?
You got a paper? I want to see what they've got on that used car salesman.
For what? Hey, you're supposed to be a pro, Pete. Think like one. We split.
Not yet. Not until I roast me a pig.
All I have to do is sign?
Just sign it, pick up your money. It's emergency funds till you get yourself squared away.
I don't know how to thank you.
I've got a card here of a daycare center where you can drop Howie off when you go on your interviews.
What interviews?
Job prospects. I've been asking around.
Mike, you're being very good to me.
You needed help? Why shouldn't I help if I could?
I'm very grateful.
Forget it.
I'm ashamed of what I said to you before. I'm even ashamed of what I thought of you.
It was only natural for you to feel that way.
But it was unfair of me. You were just there, the first available target. I didn't really stop to think that it might not have been you.
It was me. Ballistics shows that my bullet was there. It was either my bullet or Martin's that killed Howard. Pip,
You shouldn't have told me.
I had to tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Mike, I'm so scared. Please help me.
Okay.
Jill?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. I must look like the harbinger of doom or something. This happens to me all the time, too. No, Jill, nothing is wrong. Nothing has happened to Mike. At least not while he's been on duty. I'm not too sure about what goes on at home. I know, I'm not subtle. I haven't got any time for subtleties. I'm here on a hit and run, and I thought we might be able to have a little talk together. It'd be a good idea.
I don't think it's such a great idea, Lieutenant.
Well, all right, then. I'll do the talking. You can just sit there and listen. How's that?
What's going on between Mike and me really isn't official business.
Young lady, when your husband cannot put out 100% on the job because something is bothering him and he can't shake that something off, that is departmental business.
It's this Brent thing.
Say no more. I know all about it. Now, can I ask you one thing? Are you doing anything to help him?
I don't know what to do. You haven't got 100% of your policemen. I feel like I haven't got 100% of my husband. No, I'm not doing anything to help him. I could use a little help myself.
Jill, your husband seems to be drifting away. Go with it. Let him wrestle that on himself. He's no dummy. But if you give him an excuse to fight you at the same time, he won't be able to handle it. I don't think any man could. I guess we're a little bit like you medical people. We feel the same kind of pain you do when you lose a patient. You feel afterwards it could have been avoided. I believe it's called guilt.
I can live with the guilt, and that goes away. But I wonder if Pip Brent will.
What's she like? Mike, what's she like?
What's who like?
Mrs. Brent. What's the real Mrs. Brent like? Well, I'll be glad when it's all over.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I just mean I'll be glad when it's all over.
I guess it'll be over when she gets herself settled.
When do you think she'll get herself settled?
You want to talk about what's on your mind?
Well, I just wondered what she's like. You know, she's pretty.
Yes, she's very pretty.
Oh,
What do you mean, oh?
just oh. Just oh. Simple oh.
You're not jealous, are you?
No, I'm not jealous. I'll let you know when I'm jealous. Mike?
What?
I'm jealous.
Well, you got no reason to be.
Well, I can give you a couple. She's young and she's vulnerable. She's got a 3-year-old son. She's pretty. And she's all alone except for you, and it worries me.
Well, it needn't worry you. I mean, I was responsible for her husband's death, though, or something.
Okay. I can understand that. But I want to know 2 things.
Yeah?
A, are you sure she understands you're a happily married man? And B, are you a happily married man?
Yeah. I'm a happily married man. I just can't comprehend tomorrow without you. I hope that qualifies as an answer.
Just don't take too long to pay off that debt you think you owe her, okay?
I hear you.
Good night, sweetheart.
Get that.
Would you like to kiss him? He'd like that. He's used to his father.
Good night, Howie. Okay, here, let's tuck you in. Okay, there you go. Okay.
All right, that's enough now, the both of you.
Good night.
Good night, sweetie.
Have a good drink.
I'll go make some coffee.
I gotta go.
Oh,
I won't be seeing you as much anymore, Pep.
why?
Well, I've done about all I can do. And I think I've been spending a little too much time here.
Your wife?
Me. Her too, I suppose. It's just that when I'm not working, I've been here making sure that things are okay for you.
And I appreciate that, Mike. If it weren't for you,
I know.
Well, doesn't she know we're just friends? Good friends?
Yes, she knows that, but... Well, I realized something. Neither one of us have asked her to be your friend.
I suppose I've never asked her to be my friend because I don't feel friendly towards her.
You would if you knew her.
I don't think so. It's hard to feel that way towards someone who has something you want. She's got you, Mike. And that's something I'd very much like to have. She's very important to you, isn't she?
I guess she's about the most important thing in my life.
miss you, Mike.
I'll miss you.
What are you doing? Pete, what are you, crazy?
Leave me alone, Joey.
No way, man. Not when you open up with your piece when I'm sitting in the car. I'm gonna get burned. I want to know why.
That broad was married to the used car salesman. And the used car salesman was my half-brother.
What?
He was gonna get us a set of wheels from his used car lot. He's trying to help me out.
Wow. Beautiful. I didn't even know you had a brother.
I haven't seen him for years, but when I call him on the phone, tell him I'm in trouble, kid comes right over, just like the old days. Whenever I need him, he's right there. We were big buddies, you know, even though I was 10 years older than he was.
Okay. Okay. I know where you're at. But let me tell you something. What you did tonight, that was less than stupid. There was a cop with that chick.
There was a cop that killed Howie.
What?
You saw them. My brother's widow and a cop had killed my brother making out. That kid is not even cold in his grave.
I don't know what to say to you, man. I know how you feel, but wasting them is not going to bring your brother back. We got to make plans to get out of this town, Pete. There's no percentage in hanging around here. Pete? You hear me? Time to go.
You go ahead if you want to, Joey. It's all right with me. I'll catch up with you later on.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna kill them both. I owed the kid that much.
How are you feeling? A little thirsty. Go. Thanks. I have a son. Where is he? Is someone looking after him?
He's all right. He's right outside.
Can I see him?
Well, you could, but it would probably be a better idea if you'd wait a little while and give yourself a chance to get some color back in your face.
You mean the way I look, I'd scare him to death, is that it?
I don't think so. You're very pretty. I don't think you'd scare anybody to death.
Thanks. Is someone taking care of Howie?
He's all right. He's in good hands. There's a big, strong policeman looking out for him.
Mike. Mrs. Danko. I read it on your badge.
Just press the buzzer if you need anything.
I don't want to bother you too much.
Don't worry, you won't bother me.
Hi, how's she doing?
She's okay. She'll be able to go home in a few days.
It's gonna be a little rough on you know who.
Doesn't she have any, family or friends?
Nobody close enough to help. The department's trying to find out from these old Army records who's got his next of kin, but there seems to be some kind of bureaucratic foul up they haven't located his file yet. Come on. far as I know, there's nobody close enough to help except maybe us.
Mike, there are certain agencies that take care of things like this.
Yeah, but how can you put him in one of those agencies as well as their run?
Come here, you. Hey, I guess whatever's going on in the world really isn't his fault, is it? I'll see if I can find him a place in the children's ward.
That'd be good, but it's not exactly Disneyland. I mean, there wouldn't even be anybody there to see him.
Come on, Mike, now don't make it sound like a Dickens orphanage. It's not exactly home, but it... Okay, you don't have to say it.
Well, it might be fun once you thought about it. He's a good kid. Give me 5. Come on. Hey. Oh. Yeah.
You got it.
You want to keep him?
Yeah, it's fun with 3 of us.
Half-brother, Peter Martin. That's what Brent was doing there in the first place. He was in the auto business. He was probably helping his brother get wheels.
And so maybe those shots at the Brent house were meant as much for Mike as they were for Mrs. Brent.
Does Danko know about this yet?
No, we haven't been able to reach him. It's his day off, and he ain't home. But he should be warned.
You have a kid here named Howie Brent. I'd like to see him.
Are you a relative?
No, I'm a friend of the family. I want to give him this.
Oh, sure. He's in the playroom. Down the hall to your right.
Oh, thanks.
Hello?
Mrs. Brent, this is Officer Webster. I'm sorry to bother you, but I called the nurse's station and they said that Jill was on her way to your room.
She's not here.
Is Mike, is he there?
I haven't seen Mike today.
You expect him to?
I don't really know. He didn't say.
Well, if he shows, or if you hear from him or Jill, tell him to call the precinct right away. It's urgent, okay?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
That was your friend, Officer Webster. He was looking for Mike.
Oh?
Mrs. Danko. Mrs. Danko, nothing wrong has happened between Mike and me. Will you believe that? Mike was saying goodbye to me. Not good night. Goodbye. It was because of you. Because he loves you so much.
Well, thank you for telling me.
Before you say anything else, I'd better tell you. If I could have taken him away from you, I would have. But I couldn't.
Well, you're getting to be a big boy. I bet you're gonna grow up just like your daddy, huh? Oh, thank you. Okay. Get in and scoot over now. Ah, boy. Right over.
Hi, Jean. Hold on. I'm going to take little Howie to see his mother.
Oh, someone's with him now.
Who?
I didn't know, some friend of the family. I didn't get his name.
Well, except for Mike, I don't really think there are any friends of the family. Mike? Mike? Hello.
I want to talk to Mike Danko.
I'm sorry he's not here. Who is this?
Well, give him a message for me. This is Pete Martin.
Mike, in here. It's Pete Martin.
Yeah, this is Danko, Martin. I just found out you're Brent's brother.
Well, it can't hurt him now for you to know that after what you did.
Oh, that's no good, Martin. They took a .32 slug out of your brother's body. That's your bullet.
You're still taking pot shots. I don't buy it. I've got the kid, Danko.
Where's Howie?
I don't know. That's why I came home.
Okay, Martin, what's your proposition?
I want to meet you face to face. I'm going to give you a sporting chance for this boy.
It's big of you.
Yeah, well, I figure that I've got a better right to him than you and that broad. So I'm taking him with me.
Come on, we were talking about my chances. What are they?
You know how to get to the Rose Bowl?
I know how to get to the Rose Bowl.
Well, Howie and I are going to be playing a little touch football out there. You're invited.
Come on, Martin, make it plain. What are you talking about?
Howie's going to be out on about the 50-yard line. If you get to him before I get you, then you win. And one thing, if I see a police chopper, if I see a police car...
I'll be alone.
You're going to like it in Chicago, Howie. It's a great town.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to go get Howie.
Mike, he wants to kill you.
That's what he said.
Call the precinct.
I can't. He wants me alone. I got no other choice.
You've got no other choice. Mike, if something happens to you, what kind of a choice does that leave me? Yeah, get me Officer Gillis or Officer Webster, please. Yes, it's important.
Okay, now, you go right here. Okay? Now, attaboy. Now you play with the ball, and I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Ludlow Niner. Kidnapped suspect Peter Martin reported at Rose Bowl. Investigate code 3, over.
This is Ludlow Niner. On roll.
Yeah, you're okay. That's what I call a recovered bubble.
My sister said she'd take care of Howie while I'm at work. She's got 3, and she says one more won't even be noticed.
Beautiful.
May I? Sure.
Nobody can call that suspect.
Thanks, Mike, for everything. You take care of each other now. You too. Come on, sweetie. Come on. Yeah, come on over here.
Don't forget, when you get settled, drop a line. We'll both want to know how you're doing.
Wait, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Howie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's a nice girl.
That she is.
I'm a nice girl.
That you are.